What is going on, y'all? I'm Cam Best, and a lot of people ask me things like, why are you so scared of Kitty Pryde? Why do you feel like you need to be prepared for Kitty Pryde with every deck you play? And I just wanted to give a breakdown on the Kitty Pryde deck and show some gameplay to give those people an example of just why I consider Kitty Pryde to be so scary, why it is the foundational piece of this metagame, and why understanding the deck and how to beat it and providing it its proper respect is kind of the only way you're going to come out ahead. Now, this is the basic Kitty Pryde list, and this is stock, right? Like, you're going to see some variations on this. For example, you'll see maybe some Super Scrolls, some Iron Men. You'll see it. But this is the stock list, and this is the one you should be, like, most aware of. So, the basic premise of this list is you want to use Kitty Pryde to generate large Angelas, large Bishops, large Hitmonkeys, and, of course, large Kitty Prydes. Let's go through it card by card so I can tell you what the role each card plays is and how you can use it to best beat people. Now, Kitty Pryde is foundational to the deck. She is why it is so strong right now. She will very often, if you play her early, turn 1 or turn 2, maybe if you bast her, you play her on turn 2, she will be an extremely large unit, but more than that, she has a ton of synergy with other cards in the deck. For example, if you play a Kitty Pryde on an Angela, the Kitty Pryde will then come back to your hand. Angela gets the +2 power, and you still have that space in the Angela lane. You can keep on doing that, making Angela stronger and stronger, and making your Kitty Pryde stronger and stronger as well. The Collector is perhaps the weakest of the scaling threats in this list, but he's great with Kitty specifically because she goes back to your hand from the board. That's +1 on the Collector. He's not going to get to the astronomical heights that Bishop and Angela will, but he'll be like a solid 5 to 7 points in a lot of different games. Bishop, of course, you play Bishop and you then play every other card, and then you send all those other cards back to your hand. He gets very, very, very large. The synergy with Kitty is obvious. You play a bunch of cards, and then Bishop gets even larger. Very simple. Hitmonkey, the synergy is a little bit less clear here, but generally, Hitmonkey wants you to play a lot of cards on the final turn of the game, and also scales well with cards that are being repeatedly used. So, of course, Kitty Pryde wants to be played on the final turn of the game as well. You get to put like a 10-power Kitty Pryde and a 10-power Hitmonkey somewhere, and frankly, that's underselling Hitmonkey while growing all of your scaling threats. You get a ton of value out of this card in basically every game. So, speaking of Hitmonkey, the next logical jump is to Mysterio. Now, Mysterio's text is a little bit deceiving for newer players. What it actually means is it actually plays 3 cards. So a Bishop will get +3. A Hitmonkey will get 3 cards played in the turn, so it'll start at +6. That's just a ton for a 2/4. Like, it's only 2 energy, and it has 4 power, and it has synergy with Bishop, and it has synergy with Hitmonkey, and it has synergy with Bast. When you play Bast on a Mysterio, it turns all of them into 3 power units. The clones are also 3 power. So you end up having a 2/9 that has all of this other synergy as well. It's a really, really powerful card. Let's talk about the 1-drop suite outside of Kitty Pryde. The Hood is a very simple inclusion here. He is mostly just here because he gives you more stuff to play. Obviously, when you play him, the Demon buffs the Collector going into your hand. You can Bast the Hood to make him a better unit. One of the things that I think most people struggle with this list is sequencing in terms of Bast and the Hood and Beast and Falcon. This can be a little bit difficult. You do have to spend a lot of time thinking about how you want to play these cards, but fundamentally what you're doing is just playing something that is very, very, very strong for a very small amount of energy. And Bast is what makes this deck tick. Obviously, almost every card we've talked about so far is a great hit for Bast. Bishop gets a buff. Angela gets a buff. Mysterio gets a huge buff. Early Kitty Pryde, you can even Bast that on turn 1 instead. Angela, enormous. We covered that already. Every card in this deck loves getting Basted. And for that reason, you actually sometimes sit on it a little bit to make sure you can hit high value targets with it if your hand is not particularly valuable. You don't always have to play Bast, although you can, of course, if you're going to be able to bounce it back and hit those high value targets later in the game. Iceman is the most flexible slot in here. Right now, he's just in here as a sort of default good disruptive card. And it's hard for me to ever think, oh, I don't want Iceman in here. But if you have a really good idea for what to do with this slot, I think you can swap him out if you'd like. I just think, generally speaking, I like having 4 1-cost cards, and I like Iceman specifically because he takes things off curve. And if you can get just a little bit of disruption, I think you benefit pretty heavily from just a little bit of disruption in what is otherwise a very straightforward points on the board kind of deck. Beast and Falcon make up the bounce package. We'll talk about Beast first because he's probably the trickiest to understand and probably the more important of the two. Now, keep in mind that putting things to 0 cost does not mean that they will not be picked up by Falcon. This is a little bit complex for some people, but basically, Beast impacts how much energy it costs to cast a thing, but he does not change the fundamental nature of the card being 1 cost. So if you Beast a Kitty Pryde or you Beast the Hood, they're still going to cost 1. They'll still get picked up by Falcon, and they'll still die to Killmonger. Upsides and downsides. Now, one unique thing that Beast allows you to do is play more cards on turn 6 than you would otherwise be able to do. Obviously, you should also note, when you play Beast, you can send your Kitty Pryde back to your hand. And this is important because many people will be playing Killmonger. If you expect a Killmonger, what they're going to do is try to catch your Kitty Pryde when they do not have priority. If you can send it back to your hand with a Beast or a Falcon first, they end up looking really stupid. Obviously, on the final turn of the game, you have to do as much as you can to throw priority to them. There are some decks playing even Invisible Woman Killmonger or Ghost Killmonger just to make sure they really get you. Those are hard to deal with. Now, Falcon is, I think, perhaps the less useful of the 2 bouncers, but I prefer having him in here. He is definitely another card that if you really have a good idea for what you want to do to cut him, you can cut him, but I prefer having the gas that he provides, especially in the context of running the Collector. Once you get rid of Falcon, I think the Collector gets a pretty significant amount worse, so you end up having to change a lot of things once you take him out. I generally prefer having him in there, but I have seen people cut him. Falcon is worse than Beast, but being worse than Beast is totally fine. You are totally okay with playing something that is slightly worse than Beast because it does come with some additional utility. Beast can only get the stuff out of 1 lane. Falcon can get stuff out of multiple lanes. It does come up. You will see it matter. Finally, America Chavez. This is another situation where I think a lot of people don't like running America Chavez because you're like, okay, well, I'm never going to play that card. But here's the thing. America Chavez makes you so much more likely to do the thing the deck wants you to do, which is play early Kitty Pryde, or if you don't have that, play like Angela and Bishop, or if you don't have that, play like the Collector and some 1s and a Beast and a Falcon and start going to town, right? You do not want to draw any of your cards except maybe Hitmonkey on turn 6. That's basically how this deck works, is you want to have these cards in hand so you can start formulating your plays earlier, and because it is so important to have these cards, this is why I run America Chavez. I do think it is, now that there is so much more redundancy in the list, I think there's a very coherent argument for cutting America Chavez. But the other reason I run America Chavez is because the most important thing in the mirror, to me, is playing Kitty Pryde and playing Bast as early as possible. And America Chavez makes that so much more likely to happen. I want to get my good cards so that I can do what the deck does in the mirror, in the pure point slam matchups. And I do understand that it is possible that I'm giving up some other utility there, but I generally prefer using Chavez regardless. Another thing to note is that there are going to be decks that play Wave on 5, and if you explode on turn 5 expecting them to play Wave, Chavez is a great card to play on that turn 6 when you're only able to play 1 card. Your most common counterplay to Wave is going to be like Mysterio, Hitmonkey, and a Demon on turn 5, expecting the Wave, Chavez on 6. That'll happen. And so it does have some additional utility beyond just as a deck thinning tool. So that's our card by card breakdown. We're going to check out some gameplay now. I'm so grateful to Second Dinner for finally fixing the infinite ladder so that everyone I play is now a human being. I had some great luck with this deck. I believe my stats right now are 20-6. So all against humans, as good as it gets. one of my favorite things to do in this game, and I'm so glad that it's so good, and you need to have some respect for it as a player, or you're gonna get run over. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Well, I'm going to play the Bast. Did you get hit by a truck? He did not, in fact, get hit by a truck, but he, like, more or less, right? Like, what the fuck is happening here? Is this Sandman? Am I getting fucking Sandman? I so am, aren't I? Okay, hold on. You think you're fucking slick with your Sandman? You think you're fucking slick? You might be slick with your Sandman. If this is not Sandman, I am so boned. But if it is Sandman, I'm a goddamn genius. Whoa! Who's the fucking man, chat? Who is the fucking man? Me. That's me. Oh, baby. Now, we still might completely eat shit here. It is entirely possible that we still eat shit here. That's a big dino. But here's the thing. We just have to win it by a little bit, right? To win the side lanes. So we're actually technically up by 1 here. And we play a Chavez. And look, I'm good. Let's find out. Because we only have to win it by a little bit. Like, what could they play here that we're super afraid of? I'm pretty sure we beat Magneto. I think it would specifically be High Evolutionary Hulk. Leader would not beat us. It could, but it wouldn't because of our Mysterio. Oh! But we just... Do we win the sides now or no? Yeah, we beat you. We just beat you. What are we talking about here? We win every lane. You can't snap those. That is a dead giveaway. Oh, you're been playing bounce cards. Get wrecked. Get out of here, dude. I'm being sniped by my mods? I'm being sniped by my own mods? Get wrecked. Blink twice if you're... Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. My own mods are sniping me, chat. My very own moderators. Devastating. And he's playing the control list too, which is extra devastating. I hope he spams emotes. Oh, he will. I have no doubt of this. One thing about Get Wrecked is he will and did unmod him. It's on the table. It's on the table, chat. It's on the table. He could be being unmodded right as we speak, chat. You know, if I were him, I would Spider-Man the Mojo World right now. Am I psycho for thinking he's gonna do that? That's what I would do. Wow. No Spider-Man. Okay, I kind of threw then. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. He needs to, like, soak a little bit because, yeah, okay. So, Beast here bounces that back up. So, he needs to soak... No, hold on. Hood Beast gets more there. So we actually go up 6 on the Mojo World just off this play. 7 on the Mojo World. Oh, so we can't lose the Mojo World. Okay. I could be like super off base here, but I'm pretty sure we can't lose the Mojo Worlds. What just happened indeed? Emote spam me. Emote spam. I'm unmodding him. With Beast, you could have won. Agree. But I didn't draw well. It's fine. You can't win literally every game. Like, I mean, you can, but it's not very likely that you win literally every game, you know? You can't expect to win literally every game. I think that would be how I would phrase it. Oh, Nebula. Nebula. All right, so this is a bad matchup, I think, but we're just going to have to see if we can figure out a way around it. That's... Oh, hitting Spider-Man is so huge. That's actually a worthwhile trade, I think. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty close to worth it. So we should win this, I think. All right, so let's figure this out. 1, 2, 3. Where's Kitty go? Where's Hitmonkey go? Those 3 are locked in. I think it ends up going like this. And 1 here, so we go to 13, and then we go 8, 13, 21. We beat a Dr. Doom. Yeah. Boomer snap. I know it's a boomer snap. Does it matter? They're both 8. It was really a question of like, are they going in the middle? Are they going elsewhere? Right? We are so. I would kill for a Kitty Pryde variant. Chat. We are 7 minutes from the reset. Can you help me manifest a Kitty Pryde variant? If I had a Kitty Pryde variant, I'd be doing so much better than I am right now. Yes, I will think about Kitty for you. Thank you. I think getting Angela into Quantum is actually a little bit more important than the other options here. Now, if they have a Bast, it's not good. Oh, it's like a Boom Boom Kitty list. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just focusing on the everything else, I think, at this point. Yeah, Kitty plus Lockheed, Wedding Kitty, any of them I'm into. Is Wedding Kitty out yet? I don't know. There's no way we can actually run a Gamba in good conscience here. There's just no way that actually pays off. All right, very cool. What I'm really worried about is, like, are they gonna Killmonger me? Which I think is legitimately possible, honestly. Why not? Who cares if you scam reviewers? Okay, run it. Get wrecked. Feel free to run a poll. I want the Kitty variant so damn bad. I want it so bad. Kitty shrinks? No, she doesn't. That thing changes base power, not other shit. They snap. What is it that they are so confident in? I wish I had the slightest idea, but I do not. Killmonger? Does that even beat our ass? Like, it has to be Killmonger plus, like, some other good shit, right? On the assumption that it is Killmonger, I'm just gonna go for the middle. I got no idea what they're cooking, but I'm sure it's exciting. I'm sure it's exciting. I don't know, maybe they just play an enormous Hitmonkey, right? Maybe their Hitmonkey is galactic huge and I'm just never ever close. Maybe they're sniping and they know they're gonna beat my ass. Maybe they're not sniping and they're a genius. That is like an insanely weird snap into rope here. I gotta call that one out. That one is definitely odd, but let's find out. So, what's happening here? Big guy, with ya. Dude? Okay. Chat. Oh. Ooh, yeah. I didn't draw Kitty, but this is about as good as it gets without drawing Kitty. I'm so sad the new bundle isn't gold. I just want the Iceman spin. I might just have to send it. I get you. Honestly, I do get that. All right, are you playing Wave? Okay, he's moving. Move is actually good and can play Wave, which is worrying to me. If you open 2 collector boxes, you will get a Kitty variant. I got inside information. All right, so here's my question. What do I do to you when that is not true? What stakes are we going to have on this wager? Because I will do it. I will do it if you want. Did I miss the shop reset and did we get Kitty? Yes and no. I'm joking. Don't ban me, please. No, you proposed a wager. I need a Kitty variant? Dude, same. Everyone does. All right, so if they have Wave, we lose. But if they don't have Wave, we're ballers. Play this one out. Play Bast. Play this. And that. Collector before Hood, you're right. My bad. Is that a wave? Because if it's a wave, we die. Not a wave. We still might die, though. We still might die. The amount of bullshit they can get up to with that cloak is truly astonishing. There is, like, a bunch of bullshit they can pull off here. So... they go, like, move, Heimdall, right? And then we're, like, super fucked, I think. I think we're super fucked here. But I'll play it out because it's fun and it's move. Our read was as correct as it could have been. So there's the dagger. The dagger is huge, which is why we didn't even bother with the middle. So there's the Heimdall. They move in 2, and do we win or lose? Let's go! You ever just fucking read it, chat? You ever just say, they are doing this, they do that exact thing. Literally exactly. Move, Heimdall. Sometimes you just fucking nail it, okay? Okay, so let's say Bast is our turn 2, Angela Iceman is our turn 3, Bishop is our turn 4, Collector Falcon is our turn 5. Bishop is 4. Okay, it goes Bishop, Iceman 4, right? So they get my bast, which sucks, but you know. Bishop, Iceman on 4. And then Collector, Falcon on 5. Why not Bishop on 3? Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have done that. Not having the bast actually really hurts my hit monkey, unfortunately. Like, that Oscorp not being able to get back another Falcon is really unfortunate. Like, we lose significant power off of that. I wonder if the Collector was supposed to go middle, but I kind of just think it wasn't. I kind of think we were always losing that. But now here we are just absolutely dead to just the Hulk in general. There's just absolutely no out to that card. And I assume we are dead to it no matter what. So what we would be doing by staying in this game is saying you don't have the Hulk. We would beat pretty much everything else. I'll play it. It was Lamentus. So, like, they would have had to have the Hulk there, right? And, like, look, I feel like that Lamentus popped up on turn 2, right? So it's like a 50-50 on the game, right? And I feel like I'm supposed to take that. For only 2 cubes? Maybe. Intriguing! Look at my 6-power Angela, dude. Oh, awkward. That doesn't hurt me in any real way. Cool, though. Smart. Hold on. Angela goes in the middle. Iceman goes over here. Bast over here. The Hood over here. Falcon over here. Watch out for Goblin. You know, I don't think they play Hobgoblin, but they do play Green Goblin. But the Angela is so fucking big, and the fact that I bounced that Iceman, which will be 8 back to my hand. Good evening, Scarrets. How you doing? Like, what I'm mostly concerned with is Professor X. Watch out for Valkyrie. Yes, that one I am aware of. I am gonna bounce that to my hand and buff my collector with it. That is a thing that is happening. I appreciate you giving me a guy, I suppose. Ordering correct on that. Everything goes back to my hand. All right, so let's play some cards. A bunch. To the degree that I'm not even sure I have to, right? Like, we just do this. Split everything else up. Yeah. I would leave too. A simple equation, but true enough. I don't even play the game for a living. I play the game for pocket money. Ah! Okay, that's about as good of a hit as we could have gotten, honestly. That's honestly about as good as we could have gotten. All right, they're setting up for a very cool Doctor Strange here. I like it. Do you like Bounce better than Sarah? Yes. I do. Wait, where's the Doctor Strange? Oh, Cloak. Okay, cool. I thought they were doing the Coolio mode thing, but I thought it was Doctor Strange, but this works too. Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna find out if this is a plausible play. So 10, 14 coming over if they want it. $14, $16 at least with the bishop. $18, $20 otherwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, right? Hell if I know. They just went for the Chavez. Yo, I gotta respect that, but it does actually lose. Like, they tried for the juke, but unfortunately, anything that would beat the Heimdall is also gonna beat what they already have there. So, yeah. We got there. we got there.